Hello, good evening, Matt.
Oh my God, Jesus. Well, that's woke up the dear listener. Good evening, my friend. How are you?
You know what? I'm absolutely feeling it, mate. I'm feeling it. I think this could be this is going to be our best bloody podcast. This is the episode. You want to start on this, listeners? L to the I to the A E S T N. Oh, listener, you want to pop in?
M to the A to the double T. We're here to do a podcast for you and me.
Yeah. It's time to listen to what we got. We're going to talk about this month's Roundup.
We're on the decline. Okay. We're back.
We've got our fish on the.
I'm out of breath. I'm genuinely out of breath. All right. Okay, dear listener. I know I've got a bit of a It's not COVID, but it's a bit of a Do you know what I mean? The chest.
There's a lot of illness going around at the moment,
mate. It's what happens when. It's not even got that colder. It's still really quite humid and muggy. But yeah, people getting ill at the moment. It's that time of year again. Have you got your flu jab yet, mate?
Do you know what? Yes, I did.
Did you? Well done.
Yesterday afternoon, mate. She gave me a little blue plaster, kiss on the cheek, and slap on the bottom, and off I went.
Got a little lollipop. She put it in the mouth.
I did not see that coming. I didn't see it coming yesterday. I didn't see it coming again.
Yeah. Strawberry. Okay.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I had a flu jab. Yes. Yeah.
Right. Good. I've got mine booked next week.
Have you? Oh,
yeah, next week.
Are you having a COVID jab as well, or just the flu?
I'm not. No, I'm not actually. I shouldn't I? Really? I should. But yeah, this isn't COVID, but it definitely feels like it. But it's definitely not because I've tested. Yeah. I'm still doing that. Don't worry, peeps. But anyway, that's by the by. I'm pumped. I'm ready. Let's talk about all the things that have happened over the last few weeks over the Marvel and DC universe. Yeah, I'm excited. Shall we just roll that intro right blooming now? 3, 2, 1, and a go. All right. Okay. There's so much to talk about, but the first things first. What we need to do is a couple of PSAs. All right. Public service announcement number 1. Have you got your tickets for MCM Comic Con? No? Well, then do it because it's time to get it because it's only a few weeks away. We're doing a countdown on Instagram now, dear listener. We are, as of yesterday, I think it was 26 days away till the biggest event of the year for us, for you, for all of the fans in terms of superheroes as well. And I'm being quite honest here. So I've been a massive fan of MCM Comic Con for many, many a year. I genuinely think this is the biggest one they've done. In terms of all of the names and all of the things that they've got coming, it's going to be a great, great weekend. And it's not to be missed. So weekend tickets, I think, are gone now. So I think it's a case of just getting the day tickets. But if you haven't done it, get it. Because we will be there Monday to Sunday in the Creators Pavilion. Table 10, if you're interested.
Not Monday. we're not there Monday.
Did I say Monday?
Right, yeah. Not Monday to Sunday.
Monday to Sunday. We're there the whole week.
We're there Monday to Thursday on our own. Saturday.
I'll be there.
We'll see you on Friday.
I'll be there camped out in my tent.
I can't wait. It's going to be absolutely buzzing. Last year we went to Comic-Con. It was great, but it seemed quite like it was like they're being careful post-COVID. It was like a little bit cautious, a little bit. Whereas this year's like, boom! You like games? I got your games. You like comics? Boom! I got your comic people. I got your film people. bopping me on the face all over the shop.
You want Twilight fans? Yeah, here you go. There's some Twilight panels for you. And a fan fiction read as well for Twilight.
Did someone say Charlie Simpson doing a DJ set on Friday night? Yeah, I can't wait.
It's going to be great.
I'm excited. But yeah, come and see us. Talk to us about it. Just come and meet us on the weekend. Can't wait.
Yeah, and as well, like in our stand, we're going to have lots of opportunities for you to do. We're going to have a little competition going as well. So do make sure you come and have a little meander around. There's so much to look at as well. So we need to find some time ourselves, mate, to have a little walk around as well. There's some panels I want to watch. There's all kinds of things that need to happen.
I want to get all the mystery boxes.
Oh my God, yes! It's about time we got another one. Yeah.
Yeah, mate. I'm laying down that I'm gonna get a t-shirt / hoodie combo mystery box this year. I backed out last year, but this year I'm on it.
You're gonna do it. Right. Well, okay. So we're here to talk news. We're here to talk about all the things that have happened in Marvel and DC over the last few weeks. One of which we might as well start it because it's one of the biggest stories and it kind of like feeds in through in terms of everything we've done. Writer's strike. We've come to an agreement after 5 months. I know this happened early last week, but I think it's a great thing. It's a great piece of news, and I think in terms of like the initial agreement, resilience was made with our writers across the pond, and they met an agreement with the bigwigs up there. And yeah, I think it means now that things can now start moving with the projects, which is great to hear and exciting for us because by the time we catch up through our marathon of Marvel, we will be catching up very, very soon. So we want to make sure we've got loads of content to talk about. So it's great to hear. I think it's something that we've been watching with a close eye as well as creatives ourselves, and advocates for the strikes. So yeah, I'm happy about it. I don't know about you, mate. What are your thoughts around it?
Yeah, I'm absolutely pumped. I mean, I think there is a caveat because I think the actors' strike hasn't been resolved. I think this is a writers' strike, so the actors' strike will still put a hold on certain things. Likewise, I know that the video game actors in the video game industry are also looking to kind of do their strike. I think basically everyone's trying to get these kind of AI caveats in their clauses to be like, I don't want my face to be used for eternity for various different characters. So I think kind of until that happens, we're not really out of it. But it is amazing to see the kind of progress that we've had for the writers, and hopefully that will be matched with the actors going forward.
It's these kind of things are all about time, patience, and resilience. And that is what they did in terms of forging solidarity with each other, and in terms of not wavering, people potentially losing their homes, their not being able to pay rent, not even to put food on their kids' table, all for the sake of striking, and as well So I think it's a huge moment for them, and hopefully this will kind of pave the way for all the other industries out there that are still currently striking. Yeah,
absolutely. But I can't wait to, I know Deadpool 3 is the one that's really kind of holding up for me. It's like the minute we get outside of this, outside of the strikes, I can't wait for some more Deadpool 3 news, and some more set pictures. And I really got a good feeling about that film.
100%. Oh, mate, it's going to be so good. It's going to be so good. So I think what I'm hoping with this kind of gap that they've had in terms of not being in the room, not being in the studios, particularly for all these Marvel projects, that they're going to be coming in with a lot of excitement, a lot of passion. And as well, I've been watching the interviews as well post the write strike. A lot of the writers are just excited to go back to work as well. They didn't want to strike, they didn't want to have to do it, but they did, they needed to do it, right? So they're excited to go back to work, so which I'm hoping then it will kind of feed their excitement, their passion, and we're going to get some really flipping brilliant projects coming out, that really serve fans as well. As much as we are being advocates and supportive with it, we ourselves as consumers are having to be patient, right, for all these projects to come out. And I think Deadpool is one of them. I think Deadpool, speaking, I think we'll start there. In terms of all the movement now with Deadpool, yes, we know that Wolverine's part of it. Yes, we've also got hints, driving through the news as well this week, that potentially Daniel Radcliffe is in an undisclosed role concurrently in Deadpool 3, and people are rumouring around that it might be him being a variant of Wolverine. So there's loads of things that are kind of like peeking through and peering through in Deadpool 3. So I think now with the writers being back, we're going to see new bits of news breaking that are related to that movie, which is cool.
Yeah, 100%. Like X-Men, they like you just said, they kind of think that they're having discussions by the end of this year. So Forbes are saying that, these discussions are being had, pitches are being made for these films. So as and when we find information out, you'll be the first to know through us, of course. But I think it raises my question, I think, Matt. Will we see X-Men in a mid or end credit scene in Deadpool 3?
Oh, almost certain. I'm going to say almost certain. Yes. I think what I just watched a video on Emergency Awesome, Charlie in Emergency Awesome from YouTube. Check him out if you don't watch him already. But he does loads of like MCU, Marvel, DC, even like TV shows and stuff. And has broke news that there are kind of like hints that they're going to be bringing back obviously these legacy characters, but also they'll use this movie as an opportunity to maybe show the recast. It may be part of the plot is to go, okay, cool, we've got to reboot the X-Men. Okay, Hugh. Okay, Wolverine. We need to find your replacement. Maybe they'll be so on the nose about it. We will literally be seeing a new recast X-Men in the Deadpool 3 at the end. Maybe, I don't know, or it could be kind of hinted. So I think there's potential. I'm almost certain that there'll be some sort of X-Men kind of linked to it.
Yeah, 100%. Can't wait. Absolutely stoked for that. But we haven't got to wait for Deadpool. We don't even have to wait for X-Men, because round the corner, my friend Matt, is a little guy called Loki and season 2.
The thing is, guys, before we move into Deadpool, there are a couple of news,
Loki,
a couple of bits.
Before we move into
Loki. There's a couple of bits on. Bloody hell, Matt. Words. Taylor Swift. Have you heard about Taylor Swift?
Right.
Have you heard of her?
Not where I thought you were. Yeah, I've heard of her. Yeah.
Do you know who she is?
Yep.
Do you like her songs?
Where is this going?
I completely ruined the flow. I'm sorry. I came in and went with a grenade and just went fucked it up.
Is there any more about Taylor?
There is.
Oh, okay,
so, dear listener, if you're a Swiftie out there, if you're a little Swiftie, according to Gizmodo.com and other sources as well, but today in particular, Taylor Swift was spotted with Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman as well, which obviously are in Deadpool 3. So there's rumours now flying that there might be a little Taylor Swift cameo or maybe a song, because you've got to remember that we had Celine Dion doing that incredible song in Deadpool 2. Maybe Taylor Swift will be the theme song for Deadpool 3.
Oh God, oh no, yes. I feel we're tripping on the toes of Star Wars that did Lizzo. Was it Mandalorian?
Yeah.
Was it Mandalorian that had Lizzo in it?
Jack Black? With Jack Black, yeah.
Yeah. Oh God, I'm not into these kind of like, we're going to try and get an audience who are never going to watch this show interested in this show.
Well, they're capitalising. That's Disney, though, isn't it? That's Disney capitalising on Gen Pop, right? The general public know who Lizzo is. People that wouldn't usually go into Star Wars, people that don't think that Star Wars is their thing, they see Lizzo on Mandalorian, they're going to watch it, right? And that's going to pull more people and what listeners and watchers to their streaming site. That's what they do. That's why they do it, right?
But is that true anymore, right? It used to be true, but now you've got social media where all of the clips that Lizzo features in were all over Twitter anyway. or X, if you want to call it X.
Yeah.
We're all over there now, all over X. So it's like, well, I don't think they do go and watch the whole episode. I might be stupid, but
well, I mean, I think I just kind of feel like this is one of those things that we're just going to see now more often with franchises. Franchises like this, it's not unheard of. It's not something that we don't. You know, Marvel have done this loads of times. You know, in terms of certain villains that we have coming in, you know, to pull an audience, they do it, but like it doesn't always hit. I think you're right to think that they should be. I think they should be more cautious, and I think you're right to think that it shouldn't be like that. Really, they shouldn't need to do that. But anyway, there's another bit of news as well. So this segues perfectly into what you're about to jump head first in, because I know you're really excited about Loki, mate. I know you're really excited. It is the week for Loki. Happy Loki Series 2, everybody. Celebrations. Episode drops this week. We are all excited. We are hanging on the edge of our seats. I don't know how Loki manages to do this, but, you know, we've got... you know, a lot of fan bases out there in the MCU that are superhero fatigued, also kind of a bit pissed off about certain projects that have not been so strong over the last few years. And all of a sudden we get Loki Series 2 announced, teasers and trailers, and we get really, really pumped and hyped for it. I think it's got something to do with Tom Hiddleston. I think it's got a lot to do with Tom Hiddleston. I think it's got, you know, he drives a good audience.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they've been massively helped this year by the lack of Marvel stuff. I've got to be honest. We haven't had a huge amount of things come out. So, and the next thing to come out after Loki is the Marvels, which hasn't necessarily got a massive.
It's gonna bomb. Let's go straight into a hot take. That is gonna absolutely bomb. It is. No one's talking about it right now.
We finished the reel there, mate. That's all you just... It's going to bomb. Matt
said that. Yeah.
Matt said that. Yeah. Can we just divert it just a little second, right? Just whilst we're talking about this, I see how you're fucking playing that recently, Mr. Matt in charge of the Instagram. My little name suddenly comes up on the little picture art for the fucking reel. Fozz's hot take, yeah? You've absolutely... Forget your little grenades earlier. You've dropped a fucking atomic bomb on my ass with that, mate. It's like, oh, well, just in case you didn't know, Forrest is the one with this view. So if you disagree, it's this prick you want to be. Honestly, mate, I've seen... That's a nasty streak from you, Matt, mate.
It's a little reel series that we've got going now, mate.
So, I'm just going to edit. I'm just going to do a 5-second video for Instagram next week, which is the Marvels. Yeah, it's going to bomb. And we're like, right, that's Matt. I'm like, yeah. And I'm going to cut in an edit of me going, oh, really? Oh, I don't know how I feel about it. Oh, I don't know if I agree with that.
Let's call them Matt's grenade bombs.
Matt's grenade bombs. So what was your other point about X-Men?
So there's speculation now going around. You know, what is Loki going to tie into? You know, what is it going to tell more of in terms of the story? Now, obviously, we're going to be talking about multiverse. Obviously, we're going to be talking about Kang. We know that that's the main thread. We all know that it's about Kang, right? So, fine. The other thing is potentially the two bits of news that we're going to be talking about, you know, and we're talking about Deadpool, but also potentially bring in, you know, any links to the X-Men and Deadpool as well, you know, with all these future projects, maybe even the Marvels. Like, the one we were talking about this a few weeks ago, like that there is one show that could potentially introduce, tie in, nod to anything that is past, present, future of the MCU. It can be Loki because it's timey-wimey. It's kind of Doctor Who-y. That's why it's so successful as well. Another thing I've just thought about there is that it could play into that. Like you were just saying, like Moon Knight could realistically turn up. You know, we mentioned that last week. Which I would be absolutely fine with. But yeah, but according to comicbook.com, Loki's Deadpool 3 connections potentially revealed, where there might be a Wade Wilson appearance of sorts.
Ooh.
After his Deadpool 2 choices. Yeah.
Now, I'm going to counteract, or not counteract, but I'm going to add in a suggestion. So apparently, don't know if it's the director. MCU producer. So an MCU producer has teased a future Thor reunion with Loki.
Oh.
Will we get Thor in series 2? Is it that they teased it because it's already happening?
Isn't Chris Hemsworth having a break though? Isn't he having a break from acting because he's not very well?
Yeah, perhaps, but that could be a ploy. Oh yeah, guys, I don't think I'm going to be in it for a while. Next series,
next thing you know, he's there.
He's here.
Oh my god! Could you imagine? Sorry, I'm just fucking with my light, guys.
I know there's quite a lot of you'll be really having a bit of a DIY session in the middle of my thought process there, mate.
Yeah, so I'm listening.
Glad you're listening to what I've got to say. That's but yeah. I'm glad you're listening.
I am listening.
You just hang on, in the background that mirror's just not quite straight. So do you want to? How about you fit? Yeah, do you want to do that, mate? I'll just chat about Loki too. Yeah, that's fine, mate.
I'm capable of listening and doing something at the same time. As much as my wife would say I'm not, I can do it. I
can do it.
And I did it then. Yeah?
Yeah.
Sorry, what were you saying?
Yeah. I was basically just saying that they're killing Loki off. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Loki and Thor, but Wade Wilson, I think will definitely, this series definitely feels like a series where we're going to get an unexpected cameo.
100%. Absolutely.
It feels like there should be, because actually after this we've got the Marvels, and then it's quite a quiet period, so Marvel are going to need a little trick under their sleeves that we didn't quite see coming. I think this series needs that. It needs something that is extraordinary that we would never have, initially guessed.
Pictured. 100%. I think it's got the potential of obviously being the best series and the best thing that the MCU have done this year. And I mean, Tom Hiddleston's great. Owen Wilson's coming back. All that kind of stuff. All of the things are there. All of the ingredients are there for a good show. But I'm really excited. So it's coming out, isn't it, on Thursday? This Thursday, the 5th of October. So but also, the next day is Ghost Series 4, Season 4.
Oh, I never watched Ghosts. Watched about 5.
You better, mate, because they're coming to Comic-Con.
This is true. I've got to do a load. I've got to binge. I've got to binge it. It's a difficult period of time to binge, though, because Great British Bake Off's back. I've started watching Bob Mortimer. I know. So when you said, sorry, we could do podcasts at 8 o'clock. And there's me going, oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, but I'm in Forest. I've got to do it Tuesday night because I'm too busy with productions that I never invited you to.
You fucking slag. You arsehole. He went real though. That was a shoot. That was a shoot right there on the podcast, everybody. That was a shoot.
In case you didn't know, Matt has done an absolute dirty on me and directed a show without putting me in it. But okay.
You don't want to be this tired. You literally don't want to. Honestly. Oh my gosh.
But it's all fun again.
It's all right. You wait till it goes. You wait till it makes loads of money. Then I'll bring you in, mate. I'm only doing you a favour.
Yeah, that's all right, mate. I'm going to do a Michael Scott. I'm going to do a Michael Scott. I'm going to go and boo.
Boo. That's so funny. Oh my gosh, you threw me off course as well because I was going to say something. I can't believe what it was now. I can't remember. No, I can't remember. What were we saying?
It comes out Thursday. I'm so glad.
It comes out Thursday. Ghost comes out on Friday. Oh, so Bake Off. I've got images now. Before you absolutely ripped into me and shot at my hip and threw me off a cliff. I had visions of you, like, honestly, like every Tuesday evening, like you just sitting on your sofa with a cup of tea, Peggy on your lap, and you've just got like an assortment of Mr. Kiplings.
Mate, I would love to say that's not the case.
I bet it is.
That is absolutely what fucking happens. That is 100%. And I go to town even more on that. So when I used to live with my parents, we every week we used to buy something that was themed on the week as well. So if it was cake week, yeah, mate. If we had a cake week, lemon drizzle, 100%.
That's pretty standard for like any British household that watch weekly British Bake Off. There is some sort of event around it. Like I remember a few years ago when I was living in the flat with Rach, it was pre kids. Every week we would try the thing that they would be trying.
Yeah. That's what. Yeah,
they did the cinnamon roses, the cinnamon apple roses. Do you remember that one year?
Oh,
cinnamon apple roses. We tried to bake those. Fucking horrendous. It was really difficult. Yeah. Bake Off.
I like doing that with programs, but it got a little bit tricky with Dexter. Trying to kill someone each night was just. I didn't really enjoy it. I've got to be honest. The pressure to find someone to kill. It was just
unbelievable.
I just can't say I enjoyed it.
I got the same with The Walking Dead. I went outside, there was no zombies.
Just you with a bat, like, oh, for fuck's sake.
What is going on?
Why does it keep telling me they're out there?
I kept walking down the street going, Coral, get back, Coral.
Standing in an empty prison, like, what? Why? There's no one even here. And I keep banging walls just in case. Hello. Oh, mate.
Brilliant. Anyway, carrying on.
Can't wait for Loki.
Can't wait for Loki. It's going to be great. It is going to be great. I think. Do you know? I'm a bit jealous. I was thinking this earlier that obviously we've got our format. We're still going to be going through phase. We're still at phase 4. We're still at phase 4. I think this is episode like 30. We've never got that far before in a season. We're season 4, episode 30 something. I think it's a bit insane.
I know.
But that's phase 4 for you, isn't it?
It's absolutely phase 4 for you. But are we approaching the end of phase 4?
We are very close. We're near.
Yeah. We've got a couple of randoms, and then we're back on the home run.
I would love to talk, about Loki, on a weekly basis, but I know that there are podcasts out there that are doing it. So do check out those out. Check out Lights Camera Rant, and particularly there is a podcast that we're going on as well, which we'll talk about later. We'll be talking about Loki as well. So. No, words didn't come up there.
Next week we're just talking about love here, right? Oh mate.
Right, yeah. Loki. Yeah, it's going to be great. Other thing, right? Sorry, we're going off. We're at left, right, centre here, but right, Loki series 2. It's coming out in October. What else is happening at the end of October for us?
Comic-Con.
Exactly.
Oh.
Who do you think is going to turn up?
Oh, mate. Could you imagine your little face? Oh, my God, Forrest! Tom's Forrest!
I think it's happening.
It'd be like Bilbo, in the Hobbit. You'd be like, oh, I'm going on an adventure. Oh.
What? Speaking of Bilbo,
the excitement of Bilbo.
Frodo, as in Elijah Wood, is at the Scotland's Comic-Con.
Oh, yeah.
A few weeks before. And Rachel was like, oh, my God, he's absolutely going to be at Comic-Con, isn't he? And then she's going to be even more upset that she's not going because she's working. But I think Tom Hiddleston's going to be the mate. I think Loki's going to be there. There'll be a secret Loki panel. I'm saying it now.
Do you think so? Because we thought this last year, didn't we? We were praying for a guest last year, and nothing. Well, not on the day we went. There's no surprise. But I also, now you've said that, will it be Loki or will it be David Tennant for Doctor Who?
Oh, that's true. That's very true. That's actually very true. If anything, that's more likely.
Doctor Who's coming back, and to be fair, Doctor Who looks incredible as well this year. So, Catherine Tate, David Tennant, Like, are we going to get some Daleks around like that? I think, yeah, you're right. It could be, I think, Loki or Doctor Who. There's got to be some special bonanza guest this year. And if we're wrong, because we've got our stall, we're going to arrive and they're going to be laughing at us the whole weekend. Like,
what if like Tom Hiddleston or David Tennant just rocks up, walks past our stand and goes, "Oh, this looks great. Let me come on your podcast." And we're like, "Okay, mate, sure thing. That's fine." If you want.
If we can look back to this podcast and go, "Holy shit, who'd have thought a month later Tom would have done an episode with us?" It will be. I can't believe it.
Top tier podcast. This is.
We'll get 4 listeners instead of 2. It'll be brilliant.
Exactly. And we'll get an email.
Bob from Belgium's going to email. Cool, that's an old reference. I said Bob from Belgium, but
God, that's just all the way back to the beginning. That is. Do you remember when I had the little headset when we started? Like, I had the little mic thing, like the gamer mic.
Yeah.
Before you had the headset. All this kit.
Jesus Christ, we've gone through what a transit. We didn't have T-shirts, that's for sure.
We didn't have T-shirts. No
T-shirts.
We didn't even have this thing, even this kind of thing.
I know.
Use banners to summarise your points and display calls to action.
Look at
exactly that.
Wow.
I clicked the wrong one.
I do think that was a bold choice. Oh, hello. I've blurred.
That's better. There we go.
Oh, he's back.
Yes, Loki. Anyway, sorry. Great. Brilliant. Good news, innit? Yeah. Next. Let's talk about X-Men, because there's been some big news that's been breaking today about the new X-Men project, the new reboot. We spoke it briefly about Deadpool, but let's go through. So Kevin Feige has officially stated that they are in the early stages of the X-Men reboots. I've got to say that this is something that's been on the cards for, I want to say, at least a decade. At least. At least. In terms of it being, together with the MCU and canon with the MCU. Hugh Jackman, in an interview, which I watched earlier today via Emergency Awesome again, when he did Wolverine, he did his first separate Wolverine movie, and he was asked the question on the press tour, do you think there'll ever be a chance where Wolverine will be with the Avengers? And he said there is literally no reason for it not to happen. He said he knows that Kevin Feige was, it's difficult with all the different studios and all that kind of stuff. But he said there is no reason for it not to happen. And he said it would be a crying shame for it not to happen as well. And I said, the fact that we're finally going to get it, it's just a bit mad. It's a bit crazy.
I think if we think it's mad, the film is going to be insane. And also it's just got to be careful of not too many characters in one film. It's going to be, it'll be overwhelming because, you had Endgame, you had Infinity War, but it was kind of like, here's loads of characters, but here's the central ones you need to focus on.
Yeah.
Whereas this would be like, oh my God, I need to virtually focus on everybody. Everyone's just as important. So it's a hell of a thing to do, but I can't wait. The next Avengers films are going to be like...
Do you think, going back to the... I think I asked this question about a few months ago. It might have been one of the first monthly news episodes that we did. Do you think the Avengers won't be a thing post-Secret Wars? Do you think it will then just be X-Men and we'll just get X-Men movies with then Spider-Man part of it, with then, Moon Knight, whoever, Scarlet Scarab, hey, that got some attention over the weekend.
Oh, people love Scarlet.
People do. Let's make it happen. Keep it going, guys, right? But what are we going to see the X-Men as the main focal point for Marvel going forward, with then just all these other superheroes going around it?
I think Yes, but only because there won't be an MCU. I think as soon as X-Men are introduced, they're going to go, right, think about everything you knew about a universe, say goodbye to the universe. Here's Thor in Earth 312. Here's Loki, and here's all of these different characters, and all of and it'll be standalone with a couple of ones that interweave for an episode. Or
I mean, Thor 5 is in early development as well. So now post writer strike, that will be going ahead. So we do know that we are going to be getting that at some point. But yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. I pose the question to you, my dear listener. Do you think the X-Men will take over the Avengers as the main focal point for the MCU going forward post Phase 7? Which is crazy to think. Phase 7, man. That's just ridiculous to think of. But hey, here we are, still at Phase 4.
Yeah, I hope that when we get to if we ever get to double figures of phases, I hope we don't get some Roman Roman numeral type shit, like VXX1111. I'm like, oh my god, just give me a number, mate.
What I mean, the day, right? This is now kind of thinking. We're thinking about the future, right? We're thinking about Phase 7 and beyond. When do you think Kevin Feige will stop?
Ooh, good question.
When do you think he'll kind of go, I've done everything I need to do, I'm going to pass it to somebody else? And who would that be?
Well, exactly. What are they going to do? And that's what I mean by ending the MCU. Shouldn't Kevin be going, right, this is how I've done it. I am going to end it. And then if someone else wants to do their own version or start from scratch, it's up to them. I feel like it can't go to someone else because we'll always it can't just keep being a continual. Oh, there's a loud background noise there.
Sorry, that is my tumble dryer.
Your tumble dryer just got very, very aggressive and vocal then, mate.
It got vocal there.
I've fucking been drying these clothes for 4 hours, Matt. I've been drying these clothes for 4 hours. They're warm. They're warm, Matt. Matt, I'm over here, mate. They're still warming up for you. Don't worry.
That is Forrest's drama school trained tumble dryer performance. Everybody there.
Matt, you put the wrong clothes, mate. These gonna shrink. You've got they're size 3 now, mate. Not a chance. Not a chance. Be like a bikini, mate. Oh god, I had good fun.
That was good. Well done. Good improv there, mate.
Cheers, mate. Sorry, I totally digress. What were you?
I just had to observe. I couldn't even get involved. No. I thought you were going to embody. If I was to give you a director's note.
Oh, well, you would if you put me in your play. Gonna give me all the notes in the world, mate.
I was just hoping for more embodiment, mate.
More embodiment. I need to be the dryer.
Yeah.
Feel the dryer. Feel the presence of the dryer.
I'm going to go on a little excursion. Just look at all the different tumble dryers. Just just interview them. Get nothing back. But that's part of it.
Oh, that'd be great. Pop on some reading specs. Have a look at a catalogue.
Serious character research there.
Yeah. That's it. There's no more podcasts. No more podcasts for 6 months. I'm going on a tumble dryer sabbatical.
That's it. We laugh, right? One of my first show reels was doing a scene on a washing machine that was stealing laundry, and I was playing a cop interviewing a washing machine. That was one of the first things I ever did. So. Don't say it doesn't happen, because it does.
Jesus it happens. Christ. Was that some university project?
Yeah, actually was. So it was my brother-in-law's university project.
Genius.
Yeah. It was funny. It was actually really, really funny. But yeah, that was one of the first things I did on the old screen.
On the old screen? Oh, mate.
Anyway, sorry. I kind of like this though. I kind of like this kind of free flow, talking about things, babbling a little bit.
Just a little bit of monthly news.
I feel really
smothered
relaxed.
in some. I do. I feel like I feel like we're having a couple of rums with each other. You know.
Oh, that'd be nice. We should do that.
We
haven't actually hung out. I know we do this every week, but we actually haven't hung out for a while.
I know. Yeah, we used to. Yeah, we need to do off. You know, go to the pub, have a meal,
maybe a live stream.
Or maybe live. Straight back to the podcast, mate.
Sorry,
just
I know. I can't
have
help
a
it.
night off, Matt. Yeah. Switch off, mate. What are the listeners ever done for you?
Dear listener, he absolutely does this. He goes to me, "You're doing too much. You're doing too much, mate."
I do. You are doing too much. Honestly, this guy is the most hard working. I love every fibre of his being, but he's too hard working for his own good.
Yeah, that's true. I think honestly, I don't know about you, dear listener, but like I don't, and for us as well. Like, I'm doing this thing where I'm like, it's October now. It's nearly the end of the year. What can I do differently for next year? And I think one of my things is do less. Just do less.
You're thinking that, and you know what's going on in my brain at this time of year?
What?
I can't wait to see my Spotify Wrapped. That's the...
Yeah, actually, that's true.
I'm so excited.
That is genuinely an event. That is genuinely a thing.
I'm like, oh yeah, yes, I have Spotify. Yes, I have listened to the Wombats an enormous amount of times. Yes, I had, and yes, you are correct. I did listen to Arctic Monkeys' album a couple of times. Fantastic. Oh, I did like a bit of techno pop in January. Lovely. Thank you for summarising my own listens in one.
I wonder what ours will be.
Oh, yeah.
Get ours as well for the podcast. Actually, another thing, if you haven't rated the Spotify podcast, you know, with right now, you're listening to this on Spotify, and you haven't given us a rate on Spotify, please do, because it actually makes a massive difference. The algorithm picks it up to listener. It very much takes it and gives it to other people. So do feel free to spend literally 3 seconds giving us a 5-star. That'd be great.
Lovely.
You can do whatever star you want, but I'd just recommend 5. This is quite clearly a 5-star podcast right now, right?
Yeah. This is 5-star worthy, mate.
Absolutely.
The difference in conversations every 2 minutes has really got you on edge.
This is just, we are both showing our neurodiversity so well in this podcast. It's left, right, and centre. It's ADHD central, everyone.
You don't know what the fuck is going on, because neither do we. Spider-Man 2. Should we talk about that for 2 minutes?
Shall we? Oh my gosh, because that's on my PS5. Did you know that I got a PS5 that was a limited edition Spider-Man 2 version?
No, but I know how quickly you've memorised that title on Sony's website.
It's so good. It's so good.
What have you played so far?
What? I know what you see what you did there. You know what I've been playing, and honestly, it's so good. I've been living in Baldur's Gate 3 for about a week, and I cannot stop playing it. It's so good.
It is insane. It is upset. Yeah. And we will play a version together for sure. Like it's 100% a game that you can play, because every decision is like so different from the last one.
It's beautiful on every level, every single level, and we're gonna do on our Patreon and do some extra content. We're gonna do Baldur's Gate 3 co-op campaign. For my birthday earlier this year, we did a D&D day, and we're gonna bring back some of our characters. Well, I don't know if you are going to bring back your character, but I'm definitely bringing back my character.
Yeah, I might. Having played it for the first time and understanding what was involved, I might need to actually change it.
You've got to now say to everybody in this podcast what your character was.
My character was Dobby McFree. It's for several reasons. It's absolutely not making an appearance for Baldur's Gate 3.
But it was the voice you made. You created a voice out of nothing. It just so Forrest like turned up like halfway through the campaign because he had to work. So then when he turned up, it breathed a whole new life into the journey, and just the voice, the character you created around it. It was just glorious.
I mean,
short of it.
I've got to do a hats off moment to our good friend Shah, who just absolutely fucking nailed their character on the day.
Yeah, I mean, so Shah was also on Hell or High Rollers, which is the Mischief Theatre podcast.
Really?
A few months ago now.
Amazing.
Maybe longer than that. Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
As a surprise voice. Yeah.
That's incredible. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Shah was just like, but Shah's done a fair lot of D&D in her life.
Yeah, she's done a lot. She's very good at that kind of stuff. And I think what we should do is absolutely bring Shah into the podcast at some point, and also maybe we should do a little superhero D&D thing. I don't know. Ooh. There's a little project I think underneath all that. Anyway, and not to get I'm already racking up my diary there. There we go. Then my brain's just gone. Oh, another project. Ooh.
Another project.
I've already not done what I just wanted to say. Do less, man. Do less. Anyway,
that's
Spider-Man 2.
So Spider-Man 2 coming out towards the end of October. It just looks incredible. So you're playing Miles Morales. You're playing Peter Parker. It is just insane. It looks incredible. My issues with the previous Spider-Man game and the Miles Morales game would be that any side quests were quite boring and mundane, and the combat felt a little bit repetitive. It kind of felt like the old days of smashing the triangle button, and that's all you could do. Whereas I think combat's supposed to be a lot more advanced this time. There's a bit more moves. It's a much bigger map. The side missions have actually got a bit of weight to them. And potentially, well, you're playing Peter Parker with symbiotics.
Yep.
Which is going to be insane. But apparently you might still be able to play Venom. No one quite knows. I don't know. Don't know if you played a part of Venom or not.
That would be really cool. I think what's really special about this game, and not only just the first Spider-Man and Miles Morales' own game, the storytelling is absolutely brilliant. It's cinematic. It is layered. It is just enthralling. I have vivid memories playing it Christmas time 2 years ago for the first time, and then last year I played Miles Morales. So it's this time of year I'm always playing an Insomniac game. So this game coming out this time of the year works perfectly because I'm going to be playing it throughout Christmas. So it's going to get me weirdly festive. I know Miles Morales was set during Christmas, but this will get me in a festive field. I love it so much. I was looking at the graphics, the way that the web slinging's happening, the animation around it as well. It just looks so clean. And again, the whole reason I've got this PS5 is so I can experience that in its fullest. It's brilliant. I can't wait, man. I honestly think it's going to definitely be Game of the Year off the bat.
Oh, 100%.
It might be a close second to Baldur's Gate 3, but it was definitely one of those two.
Oh, easy. I think Baldur's Gate 3. They're both going to have their strengths. I think Baldur's Gate 3, you're not playing it necessarily for the graphics. It looks amazing, like the actual facial animations, all of that, incredible. But Spider-Man, just oh my god, it's going to be monumental. But all I will say is try and avoid any social media around it at the moment. There's a lot of leaks going on. A lot of people are talking about certain stuff on X, aka Twitter, that you wouldn't want to read necessarily. So yeah, protect yourselves, folks. It's going to be a bumpy couple of weeks.
100%. I think we'll need to do a little video on watching that as well, playing that together as well. I've already got the code for mine, so I'm ready. The day it comes out, ready to go. Ready to go.
Yeah, 100%. We could definitely do. I'm quite happy to watch you play it, mate. You can be playing it on here, and I can sit back, I'll just be with you, mate. Would be
that sounds lovely.
The joy, mate. I can have
glorious.
a couple of tinnies. I'll crack open some, I don't know, food, some nuts, and then you can just have a game.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Gear, I'll chomp back a load of French fancies.
Amazing.
And then French fancies. Oh my god, they're what an
French
incredible
fancies
game.
Are good. I was also thinking like Bakewell tarts.
I don't know about Bakewell tart, mate.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it too? You went to Bakewell recently. I swear on this podcast you spoke about going to Bakewell once.
Oh, Bakewell! I've been about 3 or 4 times. Love Bakewell, but I love it because they've got a lovely little sausage cafe, and I think I talked about that before as well. Cheesy sausage in the middle. Yeah.
Oh,
that's great. Gosh.
Well, Spider-Man 2 also. Just need to finish up with Spider-Man 2. There's been a really awesome shot of Peter Parker with his showing his face, but like if you look at the detail, you can see the rain coming off his face. You can see the sweat, tears in his eyes. I think in terms of the obviously you only can play it on the upper echelons of consoles, unfortunately, but I think that warrants it. Do you know what I mean? In terms of the experience that you're getting, this is why I'm saying, because I know there's been quite a lot of hit back on like, why the heck is it not on like other, on PS4 and stuff? Like, I think it probably will eventually go on PS4 at some point, maybe, but this is one of those games where it's like I think you've got to experience it for what they want you to, the way they want you to experience it. It's going to be hella immersive, and the map is double the size. They've opened up Manhattan as well, the bridge it's gone beyond.
It's gonna be slinging fucking all over the shop, mate.
It's gonna be so good. All right, okay, so that's our news, but we've still got other things to talk about. Forrest, we need to talk to our dear listener about all the things that are coming up, all the places we're gonna be, not only just MCM Comic Con, but there's other things. Tell us, do tell, pray, do tell, pray to tell.
So we're going to be on the Galactic Core podcast. So we are talking about Loki episode 2. So that'll be fun. So we get to talk about Loki on another podcast. So that'll be fun. So the Galactic Core podcast, so got a great bunch over there. So we will be, we'll be on one of theirs. We've also got a Film versus Film. It's another cool podcast. But I don't know about this, Matt, because did you say that June 2 had been postponed?
Yeah, it has, but
still out.
Coming up. Well, let's do it. Let's do it in real time right now. Dune 2 release day.
Real time.
March 2024, mate.
March 2020. Yeah. So I don't. We might not be doing that.
About something else.
June 2 might be quite hard to talk about. But we're also. We are in somewhere in all of that. We're talking about the Joker, aren't we?
Yes, with Different Spectrums podcast. I think that's on 14th or something like that. But it's next month or later this month. But we'll be talking about the Joker. With Different Spectrums, which is a podcast that talk about mental health around movies as well. So we're going to be talking about the Joker and specific scenes around it, and I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be really interesting. It's going to be really great.
Can't wait.
Podcast as well.
So we're recording that early November, so that'll be out in November. We also have very exciting on our own podcast, which we won't talk about too much about because we will post a bit more about it. But we have got an interview with a film that has just started streaming in the UK called The Last Deal. And we are going to have 2 very special guests from the film who will be featuring on our podcast. I can't wait for
first time as well. So that's like, and this
is
is really exciting because it will be the very first interview-based podcast that we'll be doing, and this will be something that'll be coming in a lot more going forward. Obviously, like we were just saying, once we've caught up with everything in the MCU. It's about then reformatting this wonderful thing that we have going on here, and one of which is promoting other work, and particularly as well indie movies as well that's going out. So it's about it's really exciting. I think so. We're going to be talking about The Last Deal. There'll be lots of more interview based episodes coming out next year, which is great.
And just to kind of whet your appetite, one of the people we'll be talking to about that film was a stunt performer on Captain America: Winter Soldier.
Yeah,
they were in Dark Knight. Lots and lots of hero-based fun that we'll be discussing.
Oh, can't wait! It's going to be so good. But as well, we need to do one more thing, Forrest.
One more thing. One more thing.
Unless there's something else that you need to talk about. But there's one thing that we haven't done. And then we haven't revealed to our dear listener what cosplay will be going as at MCM Comic Con.
All I'm going to say, you've got red on you, Sean.
What a reveal. What a reveal. Yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it because I think from a casting perspective, it somehow works perfectly. So me and Forrest are going to be cosplaying as Shaun of the Dead. We'll be Nick Frost and Simon Pegg, but as their characters in Shaun of the Dead. So yeah, can't wait. It'll be good. No, it's. I understand. And listen, right now you're going, oh, what the fuck? Oh, it's not even an MCU superhero character. What the fuck? That's a cop out. Yeah, it is. There is a few weeks to MCM Comic Con. All right,
it is.
We've already put in a fair few pennies. All right, to have a wonderful time there. We're gonna go as Shaun of the Dead. All right, we're gonna go as our characters because it's cheap, it's cheerful, and it's effective, and we look like them as well. Right. So I think actually investing in that, I think that works, and I don't think anybody else is going to be as as Shaun of the Dead. Or if they are. Brilliant. Let's go for it. That's going to be great.
That's it.
But yeah.
But we will have sweets still. So, if you come and go, that's a shit cosplay, take some Haribo.
We're going to go, yeah, we're an MCU podcast. Why are you cosplaying as Shaun the Dead?
Because don't be a hero. And these guys were definitely not heroes.
That's so true.
They went to the Winchester and let it all blow over. So there you go.
How's that for a slice of fried gold? Okay.
Boosh. There's your podcast. Have that. Serve that monthly roundup. Oh, enjoy that one. Oosh.
In the bag. What are we doing next week, mate?
I was going to get in there first. You tell me. You do this to me every time, and then I have to look it up every bloody time. Every time. Forrest. Just this question that you didn't know I was going to ask is what we do next week? What's the next 5 movies in the Phase 4, please?
Oh, I know what it is, but I want you to guess.
Is it Death by Dangerous Driving? Death by Chocolate Cake? Death by
what?
Death by Moonlight? Dead by Moonlight?
That's not even close.
Is that not what it's called?
Say again?
Werewolf. Day by Moon.
Werewolf by Night.
Werewolf by Night.
Is that what you mean?
Yes. That's what it is, isn't it?
No, it's not. Hang on. I'm still trying to find it. It keeps going in chronological order. I really hate this.
You see how difficult it is when you're asked at the final second? Forrest, come on, performing chimp. Let's find the information.
The actual pressure this is. I mean, what am I putting? Oh my god! By release date. But are you getting it out? What do you get? Do you get it from Wikipedia?
No, mate. No. There's this website that does it really, really nicely.
I think I know what it is, but it's not telling me. I'm pretty sure it's that.
Movie Web. That's what you need to look up. So at the bottom of Movie Web. It's all these anti-blockers, man.
It's definitely that. I think it's Doctor Strange, mate. I think it's Multiverse of Madness.
Is it? No, we had a TV series before we got there.
No, because I think Miss Marvel's next.
Oh, okay. Oh. Miss
I think
Marvel's...
I think it goes Multiverse of Madness. I think it then goes Miss Marvel, and then I think it's Thor: Love and Thunder, and then it's She-Hulk.
Oh, hang on. Here we go. Order release date. Here we go. Spider-Man, Moon Knight, Doctor... Yeah, you are right. Doctor Strange and Multiverse. I should never have questioned you. All right. So Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness next week.
That feels really fresh. Do you know what I mean? Like in the mind. Like, I do remember us watching that. Feels like yesterday. Yeah. Well, okay, cool.
I think is this not the first film that we would have watched when we had the podcast as well?
We were definitely doing the podcast when we watched this movie, yeah.
This is definitely like one of the first, isn't it?
Yeah.
May 2020. Yeah, 100%. Wow. Yeah. There you go.
Cool. Oh, all right. Bring it on. Bring it on.
It's been an absolute pleasure, Matt.
As always.
And I look forward to seeing your gorgeous face next week, mate.
You take care, dear listener. Okay.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.